word tie, what was that? I guess he meant to say they were in a virtual tie. But this is the man that some of you in Georgia, or don't even have to be in Georgia to say you agree with him on his politics or policies or whatever it may be. But the thing is, he really doesn't have any policies. If you pay attention to him, and right now I would say smart people do, you pay attention to him, he regurgitates the same thing over and over. He will say that Warnock is a Joe Biden sympathizer and we can't go that route. That's basically his whole spiel. The man's diction is not great. Okay, granted, sometimes you don't have to be a great orator, but come on, give us something, anything, than what you're doing right now.
It's been a chaotic campaign, with Walker facing new allegations of domestic violence, first reported by the Daily Beast. In an exclusive interview with NBC's Vaughn Hilliard, Cheryl Parsa says she had a 5-year relationship with Walker, alleging he attacked her in 2005.
He had his hand on my throat, my chest, and then he leaned back to throw a punch. And luckily I was able to avoid that.
Asked why she decided to come forward now,
I have to say what I know. I have to tell the Herschel I know.
NBC News spoke with 3 individuals who say Parsa told them about that episode in the past, before Walker was a candidate for Senate. Walker's campaign has not responded to NBC News' request for comment, and Walker himself ignored questions over the weekend. Walker has faced other domestic abuse allegations, including from his ex-wife and son, who said he threatened to kill them. His campaign has denied those allegations. Walker has acknowledged suffering from mental health issues during that time period, particularly from dissociative identity disorder, once known as multiple personality disorder.
Okay, so she says this happened about 20 years ago, okay? And being in line with what I always say is, why didn't you bring this forth earlier? And that was clarified, because it was mentioned that she has brought this up to other individuals during the time when, before Walker, way before even mentioned about running. I liken this to, and I'm talking about Walker, in the situation where when your reputation is pretty good, sometimes you should stay in a particular lane. Because when you try to move up a notch and the limelight comes on you even more, then there's more scrutinization, more peeling back the layers of who and what you really are. Now, up until this point, Walker was not exposed. And I'm talking about just on the merits of how he speaks, how he interacts with others. And pretty much all this has come to the forefront. He is not an eloquent speaker. And I have to say this, he is dumb as a rock. He is dumb as a rock. I try to give other people the benefit of a doubt, but the more he talks, the more he takes away that benefit. And then I look back onto his, after football, okay, that's where he made his fame and fortune. after football, I noticed that, and it falls in line to what I'm talking about is him being a speaker. You notice that he was never been offered a role or job or position as a color commentator, as a lot of athletes do after playing. Now when you see him speak, you know why. And let's move on to the next phase of this video. Now, in regards to his assault of his girlfriend, allegedly, he comes up with the notion. Now, he's already denied this, right? Now, think about his own words. He's already denied this. But then he says, but during this period, during that time, okay, he was going through this disorder, the situation of having several personalities. But now all of a sudden he doesn't have this. Really? That just went away? If that is the truth. Now remember, he's built up numerous lies that he's been caught in. Is this another lie? Think about the words he said. Peel that back, roll it back. Listen to him again. Listen to rather his statements, his comments. So if he had this disorder, so that just went away just like that? Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more. Somehow these are the things that get overlooked, doesn't it? Now at the same time, the race in Pennsylvania during this a few weeks ago, I forget the gentleman's name, but he had a stroke and he was going against Dr. Oz. And the questions that permeated the situation was, will he be able to suitably hold office if he wins because of his stroke? So in lieu of that, why wouldn't the same be said about Walker with multiple personalities? I would be even more appalled if that's the case with Walker. That needs to be talked about. Really. If that's the case, if he's not lying about it. See, oh, what a tangled web we weave. Oh, Mr. Walker. It sounds like, now, I'm thinking about this now, it sounds like you told a lie in order to cover up your misdeeds. But my thing is, if that story is true, then you really should not be running for office if you got multiple personalities. I'm just going by what you just said.
This morning, the Supreme Court hears a case being free speech against gay rights. A Christian website designer is challenging the Colorado law that requires her to create wedding websites for same-sex couples, even though she opposes same-sex marriage. Jan Crawford is outside the Supreme Court. Jan, good morning. So what will we hear today?
Well, good morning. This case really raises interesting questions for artists and designers who might be asked to create messages they disagree with. So it's kind of pitting the First Amendment against anti-discrimination law. Now, Colorado website designer Lori Smith says she'll help any client with their work or their branding, but she won't design a website that would contradict her Christian religious beliefs, and that includes creating websites for same-sex weddings. But that refusal would violate Colorado's anti-discrimination law, which would require her to design websites for all couples. She says the government can't make her create messages that would violate her
First Amendment rights. Now, State Attorney General Phil Weiser says the law is about making sure LGBTQ people are treated equally so that, businesses can't just turn them away. Now, the court had a similar case 5 years ago involving a baker. He won that case, but narrowly. The justices did take up these bigger First Amendment issues, so now it's back before this newly conservative Supreme Court.
Now, of course, me being a Christian, I totally agree with this lady on this subject. We're always told, those who are not in agreement with homosexuality, we're always told to be acceptable. We're always told to be acceptable. But yet, and I'm at a loss for words on a particular word I'm looking for. I'll probably get it after this video. But anyway, we're always told this, but yet, why isn't the other side acceptable of what I've got to say? Now, my thing is, as long as I'm being respectful, I'm disagreeing, but I'm being respectful. I'm not calling you names. But why is it that if I respectfully disagree with what you believe in, what you want, it's turned around as I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad person. I'm not willing to be accepting. But on the other hand, when the shoe's on the other foot, you don't want to do the same. And that's wrong. That's wrong. So basically you're saying, oh, I should be accepting of everything that comes forward at me. Even though biblically, principally, I don't and cannot believe in this. But you tell me I have to. Just like this lady. You're telling her she has to. Here's the thing. Why not go to someone else who thinks along the same lines? It's as simple as that. Simple as that.
Nicole, thank you very much. Former President Donald Trump is in your news feeds this morning for suggesting parts of the U.S. Constitution should be terminated. And that puts some Republicans in the hot seat for having to condemn that remark. Robert Costa is in Washington with this story for us. Bob, good morning. Good morning, Tony. The former president's post comes as the Republican Party is still dealing with the fallout from that dinner Trump had with white nationalist Nick Fuentes and the rapper formerly known as Kanye West, who has continually made anti-Semitic comments. That dinner and Trump's post presented reckoning for his party about its future.
It's the oath of office every president takes.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the United States.
But former President Trump is now taking aim at this founding document. A post from Trump suggesting the possible termination of parts of the Constitution and a redo of the 2020 election drew sharp condemnation from Democrats, calling him out of control and dangerous. Some Republicans also critical.
I certainly don't endorse that language or that sentiment.
But any political cost for Trump remains unclear, as others are taking a wait-and-see approach.
I would support whoever the Republican nominee is. And I still think that at this point, he'll be able to get there.
Trump has kept up the steady drumbeat of false statements about the 2020 election, long after his own officials told him it was not stolen.
I made it clear I did not agree with the idea of saying the election was stolen.
So this is the man who railed against anyone who took a knee for social injustice. This is a man who said you are un-American if you take a knee. And let me explain again, because some people just don't get it. Knees were taken because of police brutality against black people, police brutality against people of color. I love America. The people that took knees love America. We just want to see it better than what it is right now. So there is no un-American aspect of it. We're just sick and tired of being, we're just tired of being sick and tired. But yet, again, this is the same man who now wants to take out parts of the Constitution. We're not talking about the flag. We're not talking about the Star-Spangled Banner, anything like that. We're talking about the Constitution. He wants to take out parts of the Constitution. The same man who ignited a mob on Capitol Hill. This is the man, I'm talking to some of you out there, this is the man who you stand behind no matter what. This is the man, no matter what he says, you stand behind him. And some of you same people are now rallying behind Herschel Walker, a man who doesn't have a clue in what he's talking about and what he's about to say. Like I said, it's about as dumb as a bunch of rocks. I put it this way. Whether Republican, Democrat, whatever leadership position, I cannot stand behind any man like Herschel Walker. He is an abomination. He is a joke. He is everything you should not be in a candidate, in running for anything, in being a leader for anything. So I just scratched my head on this. But you know what? The Bible talks about these types of things. The ground basically has been being broken. So the Bible tells me and teaches me, don't be alarmed, don't be scared. You just keep your head up. And I'm paraphrasing that part. Keep your head up. Because I know where and who is over me. So while all this chaos is going on, while all this indignation comes about, I know who I stand for. Enough said.